I didn't see you there on the internet. My name is Jonathan Levin, and I'd like to invite you in joining me in celebrating the life and works of this man right here, Franz Liszt. To many of you, even if you aren't musicians, the name will be familiar, as will perhaps the reputation. Franz Liszt was one of the most fantastical figures of the 19th century, in the true sense of the word. Force of nature, both on and off the stage. He was a virtuoso communicator, and people responded to him in extreme ways. The great German poet Heinrich Heine first coined the term Lisztomania after his debut in Berlin, where upon his exit from the city he was escorted in a coach drawn by 6 white horses and a grand parade following behind, with all the streets and squares lined with people. And here is a man where women would just throw themselves at him and fight each other viciously for souvenirs that he would just happen to leave lying around, like gloves or snuff boxes or even piano strings broken by him, of which there were many. Heine again relates a story where 2 Hungarian countesses contending for Liszt's snuff box throw each other on the ground and fight each other until they're just too exhausted to continue. But beyond all the sensation, the flamboyance, and sometimes actual fakery, there was one of the most startlingly brilliant creative minds of the century. Probably more so than any other pianist, Liszt combined virtuosity, showmanship, and true poetry. He was, in addition to being one of the greatest virtuosos of all time, a profoundly influential composer, one of the founders of the modern school of conducting, a musical teacher and mentor to whom almost all modern pianists can trace their musical lineage, and later in life an abbé after taking the 4 lower orders of the Catholic Church. As Harold Schoenberg said he was a mixture of vanity, genius, generosity, lust, religion, snobbery, democracy, literary desires and visions, part Byron, part Casanova, part Mephistopheles, and part St. Francis. And you can hear all these things in his music. It's some of the most vivacious, dramatic, emotional, somehow conflicting music that you'll hear. While I have absolutely no pretensions of being in any way on a similar level with Franz Liszt, this concert that I will be performing, I hope will give you just a little taste of the 19th century and of the many sides to this fascinating composer. But by 1824, I made my Paris debut and was recognized by more than one critic as being the finest pianist in all of Europe, which of course in those days meant the finest pianist in the world. Chopin, Berlioz, Mendelssohn, Heinrich Heine, Delacroix, George Sand, they're all my friends. And it was among this exalted company that I met the second great love of my life, the Countess Marie d'Agoult. If she were to have asked me to throw myself out of the highest window, I would have done so at once. Such was my devotion and awe of her. Fortunately, she did no such thing, and my life was spared. So I hope that you can come and join me, and I look forward very much to seeing you all there.